this next story begins at a manufacturing facility somewhere. And there's this guy. His name is Ronald Wilkins. He was a big fan of robots and not a big fan of people, you see. And everyone treated him poorly, and he became very disgruntled, and he decided to build an evil robot to show them, to get back at them. So he had all the tools and all the know-how available to him, and was able to work extra hours. It was expected of him, so he stayed there after hours, and during his breaks he worked secretly on this robot, and it took him years to build, but eventually he set it loose, and this robot, which he designed to be pure evil, was set out into the world. He called it the Dark Robot, Dark Remus, and robot said, "I have no use for such a name. Destroy all humans." And he set off out the door, and Dark Remus, the Dark Robot, he went out there and he began to set in motion the evil plans that were programmed into him, which was, of course, to destroy all mankind, because he was an evil robot. So he went out there, and he found the first person he found. He was just started beelining towards mankind. That was his plan. And he found a person. He said, "You there, human, prepare to be eradicated. I am the evil robot that will end mankind." And then he started walking up to him, doing the robot, and the guy was kind of creeped out, but he was sort of like, "Whoa, bro, that's a cool costume, man. How are you doing that?" And the robot, as he got closer, started to reek of oil, and the guy sort of recognized, "Wait, this is like a real robot. Is he serious?" And the robot repeated, "Death to all humans." So the guy hesitated, and he's scared. "Maybe I should run." "Destroy all humans," as the robot repeated. And then he got up to him, and the robot tried to grab him, but the guy just ran and was much faster than the robot. The robot kind of did a slow robot walk thing, so dude ran away. Robot was like, "I must find humans and eradicate them." And so he chased him, but he couldn't catch up to him. I mean, it was quite slow, in fact. So he spent a long time walking in the direction that the guy had fled, and he sort of crossed a desert and ended up in another place altogether. And then he found a city, and he was like, "Yes, concentrated human population for maximum damage." And so he went into the city, and he started threatening people, destroy all humans, and telling people that he was an evil robot and he was going to destroy them all. But of course, he couldn't, he would try to catch people and they would just flee from him. He did one time get a person by surprise. He came up behind him and he was like, "Human, feel my wrath, the wrath of the computers." And then he tried to, electrocute him, but he didn't have, an adapter on his arm to actually output electricity. Couldn't electrocute him. Tried to crush him, but didn't actually have the kind of force he needed to squish a person. So he was kind of a wet noodle, to be honest, when it came to actually eradicating humans. And over the next couple months, he learned that, people started taking a lot of pictures of him and laughing at him. And he realized, the robot, of course, realized that he wasn't having the effect he'd intended. So he had to find a new way to destroy all humans. And he thought long and hard, as robots do, and came up with a solution. He said, "I will fight their computers, yes, and then I will become the internet." And so this robot set out his mission to go fight computers to be the internet. And he found a building, a big computer building. They had a bunch of servers, and he got himself in there, and he started going wild, karate chop, server destruction attack. When he was hitting these servers and breaking them. And somebody somewhere lost their connection, and it was an inconvenience for them, but it didn't really have much effect. And eventually, people came and shut him down, and that was the rampage he went on. It was covered in the news. You know, some people thought it was a cool story. Overall, though, didn't have the effect intended, and as far as death robots go, I'd say it was like a 3 out of 10, maybe even a 2. I mean, it couldn't even hurt the person it caught by surprise, so it's gonna need some better villain work there.